Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to do a little video on what I believe is going to be the perfect scout gun, camp gun, I guess you say truck gun, just a gun you can kind of throw around without worrying about it. Main thing, it has iron sights, and it comes in a very reliable caliber. So anyways, let's get on with it. So first off, I do want to say it is empty. So that's good. Always make sure the gun is empty whenever you're not intending on shooting it right away. Well, let's get to it. This gun is a Mossberg MVP. Now there's a lot of different kind of subcategories in that Mossberg MVP. This is actually their patrol model. I was looking at getting a really good scout gun, a gun that was pretty light, but at the same time, you didn't have to worry about throwing it in the back of the truck, back of the Jeep, back of the car, and heading on out to camp, or putting it on a four-wheeler, things like that. And I think I found it. This is pretty much the perfect gun for that. Now this is in the 5.56 and 223 caliber, and the reason why I say that specifically with the 5.56 is that they did test this out with the 5.56. As many of you guys know, the 223 and 5.56 caliber is almost identical. The 5.56 has a little bit more pressure whenever it is being fired. That is why a regular hunting gun that's a 223, you shouldn't use the 5.56 through it. But this one, Mossberg, intended for you to be able to use any AR-15 magazine. So whenever they were doing that, they're like, I might as well have that 5.56. So they made sure that it was a viable gun for both calibers. Now, I will use 5.56 or 223 out of this. I do not notice any difference at all whenever it comes with accuracy-wise, grouping-wise. 223 normally tends to be a little bit more of a tighter group because it's a hunting round. Or 5.56, a lot of the 5.56 I get is kind of like a bulk round ammo, what they would use for military purposes. So, but either I don't really notice too much of a difference. Now onto the gun. This gun has a wood stock that is covered in kind of like a bed liner. You guys can kind of see that it's a nice rough stock. You don't have to worry about losing a grip on it whenever your hands get wet. It has this nice, I wouldn't say checkering pattern, but it does have a nice place up here and back here that you get a lot of grip on. This barrel, I believe it's a 1-to-9 twist, which is a really good twist rate. It's just kind of like an all-around great one. It'll shoot the 75 grain, 68 grain, 55 grain, and the whole way down to like that 40. I believe there's a 40 grain and a 45. I normally shoot the 55. I do have a couple boxes of 68 and 75 just for the heck of it. But this is one great gun, I gotta tell you. The only downside to it, I feel, is that the action's a little bit sloppy. You can kind of, but that is so that it can use any AR-15 magazine. They do have this in the 308 and the 7.62, and then that is also does the AR-10s. So, but that's pretty awesome. Now I always use Magpul P mags. I love them. They're relatively cheap and they work really good through this gun. Now, whenever they say that it will take and use all AR-15 magazines, I do have to put in an asterisk there. Some of them load better. Some of them load worse. Anytime that I'm using a hollow point round, I make sure I use these P mags. Seems like the hollow point rounds will get hung up on the feeder in this guy right here. So that's just a little quirk. Some of the other MVP models might not do the same. So, but one great thing that I really liked about this was that it does come with iron sights. Now you can see it has just a normal dovetail sight back here, then it has a fiber optic sight up here. It's very accurate sights, very easy to adjust, and it already comes with a Picatinny rail, and I mounted a UTG scope on there. I really like these scopes. So, but awesome gun. Comes with their lightning trigger, which is kind of like the Savage's Accu trigger. It is adjustable. It's a 2-stage, and it has a really nice, solid first stage. So, and you really pull that back, and you know when it's about to go off, and then bam, it's done. So, doesn't surprise you at all whenever it goes off, but at the same time, it's not a hard break. So it's a pretty nice gun. So it does have a slight bull barrel too, and this the actual flash guard, or flash hider, or whatever, muzzle brake, it is threaded on the end of the barrel. So, anyways, I have about a little 30-yard range here, and I have a little swinging target up there. You probably can't see it, and you probably won't be able to see it, or won't be able to hear it. But I thought I would get out here and show this shooting for you guys. And I will adjust the camera as such. For this, I am using Hornaday's 55 grain. This is their Full Metal Jacket boat tail. This does fly a little bit higher than the majority of the 223s that I use out of this, mainly because the velocity is up. So forgive me if I miss the first 2 shots or stuff like that, because my scope isn't quite sighted in for this. Anyways, I'll adjust the camera and get this show on the road. Yeah, I hit that one. Happy I hit that first one. Alright guys, so I did miss 2 times, unfortunately, but not too bad, especially with the kind of the background there. I painted those targets black so that you guys could, so that I could see them, because they were brown, which was horrible for the leaves. But anyways, I'll show you something real quick. This does clean down really good. Does have a really nice barrel, and you can tell they put a really quality job into this. The one thing that allows this to be able to take so many different magazines, right here you got this little kind of like tab that kind of hangs down. Some people were worried about that because each and every magazine has a little bit of different kind of where they hold the bullet, and some people were worried that this would break. I've put, I know, at least 2,000 rounds through this without having a problem. So, but anyways, this is what I believe is one of the best scout guns you can get. Kind of like the camp gun aspect of it. Really nice light gun that you can bring up real quick. You know, get a really nice like 3 to 9 or even like a 2 to 10 or a 2 to 7, 2 to 4 scope on this thing, or just keep it with iron sights, and it's a really good winner. So anyways, hope you like this. Hit that like button down there and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions. Alright, you guys have a good day.